Hello YouTube! Welcome to another exciting episode of Driving Up Stocks, also known as the Robinhood Investing Challenge episode 14. Happy Christmas Eve to you all, or whatever you celebrate, be it Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Boxing Day. I can't remember what Boxing Day is, but that's a couple days away. I always forget that. It's not what you think. Nobody's fighting that day as far as I know, but I don't remember what Boxing Day actually is. Now, today I want to talk about Robinhood fractional shares. I know we've talked about this in a couple other videos. I apologize if my voice goes out a little bit here and there. I've been sick, which is why it's taken me so long to get this update. I actually wanted to break this to you all last Friday, Saturday, but I haven't been feeling well. But it appears that, in a way, Robinhood has very quietly rolled out fractional shares. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, I was just on my app, I can't buy a fractional share. Hear me out. As you all know, I was doing an experiment where I bought, I knew a stock was going to have a reverse split, a 1 for 100, meaning for every 100 shares you owned, when they did the reverse split, you would get one share. That reverse split happened on Thursday. I did get one share, so that did kind of prove the experiment, but I don't know if it actually 100% confirmed my experiment or not, and I'll tell you why. Because previously, when there'd be a reverse stock split, I'd get an email from Robinhood saying such and such company has had a reverse split. In this case, it would say it's a 1 for 100. Any fractional shares that result from this split will be paid out in cash at a later day. So, meaning they're not supporting the fractional share if you didn't own enough to have a full share. Which apparently, after looking at that old email, I didn't even need to do the experiment because it basically said they'll give you the share if you have enough shares when it splits. But in the 3 times that it's happened to me, that stock has become unavailable on Robinhood after the split, which the 2 that I could remember I actually looked up this morning, and they are actually back available on Robinhood. So I'm not sure, maybe if you don't have enough shares, it messes with, I don't know. That's something for another day. But this time I got an email from Robinhood saying this stock, which in this case was Naked Brand, has had a reverse split, 1 for 100. For every 100 shares you own, you'll get one share. But this time, instead of saying any fractional shares that result from this will be paid out, it said any fractional shares will be basically given to you to the nearest fraction of a share, which tells me, yes, they are not fully rolling out fractional shares, but they very quietly rolled out like a portion of fractional shares. So if there's a reverse split, sounds like they will honor those fractional shares instead of just automatically paying them out. They will give you that portion of the share. So I saw a comment on Facebook the other day. Someone was asking a question about the fractional shares, and Robinhood responded and said we could see fractional shares as early as next week. So basically, right after the first of the year, they're saying it's a possibility, and then it turned around. That I think it was that very same day or the day after. Is when we had that reverse split, and I got that email saying, hey, well, if you don't have enough shares for a full share, we will give you a fraction of that share. So in a way, they have rolled that out, so pretty cool. Robinhood quietly doing that. I think it's kind of silly that they've got the waiting list thing going on for that. At least I don't have to sit there and click all day. I know a lot of people have said, I wish instead of having all the crap and the clicks like they did with cash management, that they just roll it out. Now, I think I mentioned in my last video. If I didn't, I want to mention it here. They haven't done anything this week. It's Tuesday. Yesterday and today, I've yet to see anything come across. But all last week, right around the close of the market, I went from being up like 990 spots on that cash management waiting list to like 2,900. So it looks like up until this week, they were opening up about 2,000 more spots a day. They haven't done anything this week, probably with the holidays, probably just mailing it in this week, but that's kind of cool. So hopefully next week they'll start kicking that back in, where they're opening up about 2,000 more spots, or making that window bigger. So want to get into real quick how we ended last week. At close of the market on Friday, we ended at $160.08 in the portfolio. We were up about $3, a little over $3 for the week. For the day, we were up $2.50. That's a little bit deceiving. We weren't actually up that much. What happened is, in the morning, we had that, is basically when that reverse stock hit, the stock vanished out of my portfolio, so my portfolio dropped by $2.50. And then when that share of Naked Brand came back into my portfolio, then it was, that's one of those things where I've said I wish Robinhood gave real-time value to your stocks, because it should have just been a wash for the day, really. But instead, since that stock came back in, then after the market opened, then the Robinhood app said, "Oh, hey, look, you're up, $2.50 a share." So, for the day, and really I wasn't. But for the week, we were up a little bit over $3. We ended at $160.08. That's kind of what we were hoping for, is to be over 160. I need to get up there a little bit more, that 162, 163 range. I'm hoping to end the week about 165. That's going to be tough, being a short trading week. Only because with all the fluctuations, especially with designer brands right now, that is such a huge part of my portfolio, being, when I bought in, it was $16.20 a share. So being a very small account, that takes up a huge percentage of my portfolio. And what that does is, when that stock drops, it just pulls my whole portfolio down with it, because of the percentage of my portfolio it takes up. And that's why it's really important that you try to, average down those stocks and, diversify, so that way any one position you have doesn't take up more than like 5 to 6% of your portfolio. That way, when you have a dip like we did with designer brands, it doesn't drag your whole portfolio down in there. But would like to get up, like I said, up to that 162. I mean, it'd be great if I could end the week at 165. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. It'd be pretty sweet if I did, but if I could get up that 162, 163 range, that way if there is that fluctuation, it's not quite as impactful, and we can still end a day over 160 and be there comfortably. That would be a pretty sweet little deal. Being the holidays, I got a little bit of traveling around to do for a couple Christmases. And then we have our yearly inventory at work, so my work schedule the rest of the week after Christmas is going to be really hectic and erratic, so I don't know if I'll get another video in yet this week. So it might be like Sunday or Monday before I get to post the end of the week results. But if I don't, get to talk to you before the new year, I hope you all have a very happy new year. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy the time with your family. I hope you have good trading success. Again, stocks are a great thing to give people. It's just something that grows. It's kind of like when back in the days, like I know when I was little, grandparents and stuff, they buy you like a savings bond, and that was always something that they would give you for Christmas. My grandma always gave me like a silver bar. It used to be a silver bar, and then it got to be like a little medallion. It was pretty cool, but that stuff, I mean, it wasn't just something neat to give you for Christmas. It was something that if you held on to it, it would increase in value over the years. So same thing with stocks. So give the gift of stocks. Talk to somebody, get them started up on Robinhood. You've seen these, you've seen other Robinhood videos, see how people are doing, how successful they are. Got my link down in the description if you want to sign up, or have them sign up using my link. If you don't use mine, use someone else's. Again, it's the holiday season, time of giving and good cheer. So, spread that love, spread that wealth. Again, if you're looking for any last minute New Year's party supplies, I do have Target and Amazon affiliate links down there. Obviously, I do get a little bit of kickback from that, but it's also a good place that you can buy your party supplies. So check those out. Otherwise, have a great holiday, and I will see you all, if not before the new year, after the new year. Take care. Be safe.